Good afternoon, Rochester Memorial students and families. Mr. Medeiros here with this week's Medeiros Minute. Boys and girls, thank you for another great week of learning here at RMS. I also want to thank the Rochester Memorial PTO as well as Lloyd's Market for bringing in some tasteful goodies for our staff and our teachers to acknowledge all of their hard work and in honor of Teacher Appreciation Week. So once again, thank you, Rochester Memorial PTO, for that wonderful luncheon for our teachers and staff, as well as Lloyd's Market, who also provided a nice luncheon for our teachers and staff prior to April break in acknowledgement of all of the pivoting and the hard work and dedication that our teachers and staff have put into this certainly unprecedented and unique school year. So thank you again, RMS PTO and Lloyd's Market. Boys and girls, parents and guardians, I'm also excited to announce that the Rochester Memorial Student Ambassadors will be starting a food drive. The food drive will begin on May 10th, and it will go through May 21st. More information and details about the food drive and where students can bring those canned food items in and things of that nature, and what will be accepted and what will not. That information will come from our ambassadors very shortly, very soon. So I wanted to put it here in the Medeiros Minute so that you're aware and can start to prepare and be on the lookout for that information, that our Rochester Memorial Student Ambassadors will be starting a food drive on May 10th, and that'll run through May 21st. Boys and girls, I know we talked about this through our announcements here at school in the morning, but I also wanted to remind you in this Medeiros Minute, but also have your parents and guardians hear this message. Now that we're back in school full in person, and we've been back for quite some time, we've certainly established our routines. Our building is alive and well the way we certainly love to see it each and every day. But just a reminder, there are no toys, no fidget poppets and things of that nature allowed at school. So we've noticed that some of those toys, Pokemon cards and toys and figurines, are actually making their way on the bus and into the building. And there are no toys allowed at school. There's also no trading, boys and girls, and parents and guardians wanted to make you aware of that as well. We have had some students who've brought in items to trade with their peers, and we asked and remind our students that any trading or anything like that needs to take place with permission from parents and guardians outside of school on their own personal time. We do know that some students require tools in order to help them with their learning, and those tools have been provided for those students either through their classroom teacher or support staff member or grade level team. And those parents and guardians have been part of that process, and that already has been communicated to ensure that the items are school appropriate for those students who need them. But just a reminder to all you boys and girls that there are no toys here at school. And I know the fidget poppets are a popular item, but obviously that popping noise can be very distracting, and it also can be distracting to you as a learner playing with those toys or having them in your desk rather than at home where they really should stay. So I just wanted to send out that reminder. Another reminder, boys and girls, as we talk about quite often, your job right now is a learner. And we want to make sure that when we're here at school, we're comfortable. But with the warm weather coming, we know that sometimes it can be really hot. We just want to remind everyone that open-toed shoes are not allowed, and obviously that's for safety reasons. We don't want anything to drop on your feet or potential for you to stub your toe. So please, just a reminder around open-toed shoes, and just a reminder about some of the attire that is allowed or not allowed here at school is right in our student handbook. So any questions about that, feel free to access the dress code. It's actually not a dress code, it's recommendations in our student handbook. And any questions with that, please feel free to reach out to myself or Mr. West. Parents and guardians, out back for our pickup, we've noticed that some vehicles, I know it's a very long line. Again, I appreciate your patience. You've all been excellent. Each and every day that line seems to go through in a timely manner, and we certainly appreciate it. What we're seeing is, and we want to raise awareness of it, make sure folks are cautious, is that when some vehicles are in that line and they're at the first stop, which is for our grades 3 through 6 students, the vehicle may not have anyone there, and they want to get to the K through 2 pickup area, so they're going around some of the vehicles at that 3 to 6 spot. So please just be cautious, as we do have some students going around the front or the back of their vehicle to get in the vehicle on the passenger side, and we've had some instances where it's been a very close call or an unsafe situation where a vehicle is trying to pass another vehicle, and it puts the student that's trying to get into his or her vehicle on the passenger side at risk. So we really try not to have students go that way, but obviously sometimes there are car seats or things in the parent or guardian vehicle that the student has to go around. So please be cautious if you're passing a vehicle and when trying to go from that first pickup spot to the second one. Boys and girls, I know there has been a lot of questions about this, and you've been so patient, and you've been patiently waiting this announcement. But we are pleased to announce that we are allowing bike riders back at school. Boys and girls, with that said, please remember bike safety. You should always have a helmet on. Once you get here to the campus, you must park your bike. You must put your mask on, and we'll have you come into the building starting at 8:30 with your breakfast peers, and you can wait in the cafeteria until it's time to head up to or head down to your classroom. Boys and girls, we do not have sidewalks here in town, so remember that bike safety. Please be careful, be cautious. Let's not make sure that we're not being silly. We need to always be paying attention to the coming traffic and vehicles. And as I mentioned, please make sure you have that helmet on. And then when we get here to the campus, we really want to make sure that we park that bike and that we're keeping our distance and our mask is on, and we're keeping ourselves safe so that until we can enter the building around 8:30. 8:35. So, boys and girls, I know you've been anticipating this announcement and really waiting for it, and I appreciate your patience. And parents and guardians, we appreciate your patience as well. But bike riders will once again be allowed here at school. A reminder to everyone, the MCAS schedule did go out last week for our spring administration of MCAS. We start this month of May with English Language Arts, and then we shift to math and science for grade 5 only science in the month of June. So that schedule did go out, and I do believe we begin the week of May 17th. So any questions about MCAS testing sessions, please feel free to contact your child's teacher or liaison, or myself or Mr. West would be happy to answer those questions for you. Boys and girls, parents and guardians, this month of May, we've shifted our focus of our CARES motto to empathy. So last month we were focusing on responsibility and self-awareness. Once again, we don't forget about that. That still stays as a tool in our toolbox. But this month we're shifting to empathy, and how empathy helps us with our social awareness. Boys and girls, empathy involves the ability to understand a situation from the view of another, like putting yourself in someone else's shoes, thinking to yourself, what if that were me? What would I need? When we are socially aware, we pay attention to our needs and the needs of others, like our classmates, teachers, bus drivers, cafeteria staff, custodians, and everyone in our community. Like we say, boys and girls, a great focus of our CARES motto here that ties into our first 2 school rules of take care of yourself and take care of your environment. Hope everyone has a fabulous weekend. And boys and girls, remember, take care of yourselves, take care of others, and take care of your environment.